Live, coming to you live at 752 South View, Gulfview Boulevard in Clearwater Beach on a beautiful day at Hogg Daddy's. And welcome to our show. We have Sean here, a special guest. And of course, I introduce to you the Mr. Boss Hogg. How are you, Jeff?
Hey, welcome to the Boss Hogg and Benny Show. Another exciting morning for the show. Glad to have Sean back on with us, of course.
Thanks for having me.
We're lucky to get the show. By the way, we came within 30 seconds of having technical difficulties. Thank God the genius. Thank you, Mike.
Awesome. What a week, man. What another good week. What another great week of football. A lot going on at Hogg. A lot going on. Last week with trips, with new stuff going on. Benny, you want to kind of...
Yeah, look, I just want to say...
How was last week?
Oh, well, I was in Nashville for a couple of days with Katie, and I want to let you know that I actually walked around the streets of Nashville going to cowboy bars looking like this, and everyone stopping us, asking me if I was from either Cuba or what part of what islands I was from. I fit in really good, so, but it was a great trip, and... always love going to that city, which is so welcoming. The other thing I do want to mention is I come here every Tuesday. Katie and I come every Tuesday to play trivia. And we always love it, have fun here. A lot of people show up. But this week was interesting because we got an opportunity to meet the Clearwater Threshers Single A Philadelphia Phillies A team. They were here, and boy, all those bartenders over there pretty much stopped what they were doing. We called my daughters up in New York. They stopped what they were doing in New York. And actually, one of those people on those teams, I think they're broken up into three groups. One of them actually won. So,
yeah,
I
think it goes without saying that the Threshers are Brooke's favorite trivia team.
Oh, I believe so. Yes, she's
she definitely likes Tuesdays with the Threshers.
And then we got some really good big events coming up. We don't talk a lot about baseball, but we're in the final week or two, I think, of less than 10 games in the season. And you'll be having all those playoff games, I'm sure, here at Hogg Daddy's complex down here. So we look forward to having that. And then just yesterday, I learned three things. I don't know if you probably want to announce them. Let's start with the road rally, the Bucks road rally.
Oh yeah, the road rally. Oh yeah, let me announce that. Thank you for the reminder.
No worries.
Today for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching online, we are giving away $2 tickets for the Miller Lite Party Deck. That's right, sports fans. When you go to the Miller Lite Party Deck, you get unlimited soft drinks, water. You get a couple of free beers. I can't remember. Do they have snacks on there, Brooke? Oh yeah, and pizza. Yeah, pizza. Right. I haven't been to the party deck in a couple of years, but with that being said, we have Bucks tickets for I believe all the home games to give away. We're going to give them away right here on the Boss Hogg and Benny Show every Saturday for the Bucks game on.
That's right. And, people have been asking, with the New York Jets in town. Once again, I'm embarrassed to go anywhere where I will be destroyed wearing a New York Jets shirt. It's been a rough first two games, and tomorrow I think the season will be done. But I always have hope. I've changed teams 3 times this week to the Bucks, to the
Cowboys.
No, not the Cowboys. Okay. That'll never happen.
Okay,
that'll have them from up north.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. All right. So, and then the other thing I think is really important is let's talk about next week. Is a really big, exciting week down here in Clearwater Beach. Last year, the race was postponed due to the hurricane. But you want to talk a little bit about the racing and what the Hogg Daddies are going to do?
Absolutely. Let me. I want to. One cool thing about we started this year. I'm not going to butcher Mike's last name, but a mutual friend who is a retired NYPD police officer. They're, of course, having a big party here today, but When we can and when the Jets are here, he he wants to make it an annual event, whether or not it's the Jets or not. But they're big Jets fans, so tomorrow in Lot 14, Hog Daddies is doing a tailgate for about 400 or 500 of actually mostly first responders from New York and New Jersey. Pretty cool guys. I got to spend some time with them. A lot of them are retired or about to retire, so a lot of great stories from up there. A lot of course, they're very patriotic, remembering 9/11. So pretty cool to. I don't know if it's cool or not. Let me back that up. But interesting to hear the stories and the impacts far away from the disaster. And I know we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. But anyway, I wanted to mention that crew. They're going to be out there in Lot 14. Feel free to drop by, mention the Hog Daddy's name, get you a beverage on us.
The best part of that game, by the way, will be the party. And I would drink heavily before going into the stadium with this tomorrow's game.
Exactly. Vinny mentioned the races. Like most every big event in Clearwater, Hog Daddies tries to get involved as much as we can. If an event's coming, we try to stay that much more involved in the community. We approached them to do some of the parties, but we just didn't make the cut. So, as per usual, we made our own party. I believe we're the only restaurant. Well, don't quote me on that. We are the only restaurant that will have a 70-foot racing boat out here in the parking lot. I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, but it'll be out here. Secondly, pretty cool. The races are broadcast live, and the Hog Daddy logo will be on the racing boat. Pretty cool. I've never had that happen before.
That's the El Bandito?
El Bandito tequila boat.
All right.
Well, let's just go ahead and say what it is. It's also the Hog Daddy's El Bandito tequila
That's
boat.
right.
So the boys will be here. They're going to be here 6 o'clock. Tequila will be giving away some stuff next Friday. It's pretty exciting. We're going to do it with them every year now. So most of the stuff, like the sand castles, are always up there. But this is another effort on our part to bring some of the good stuff down here on the south side. So next Friday will be pretty cool. Also, Hog Daddies has its own 50-foot boat. I don't call it a yacht yet, but anyways, we'll be having people out. We've already got 10 or 11 people that are scheduled to go out. We're going to go out and anchor on the observing side of the races Saturday around 1 o'clock. And also, we're going to take the boat out Sunday. If anybody's interested in that, get in touch with me personally. Here.
Yeah, let me ask you, when are you going to get the Hog Daddy's airplane? I know that's the right one. When's that coming?
Well,
or a helicopter?
We're shopping for it. It's
a seaplane.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Seaplane.
We've got some things to work out with that, so I'll keep you posted on the helicopter.
Yeah.
Or seaplane.
Right. Well, get some sports. It's a unique week this week in college football. Right now, game day. One of the big matchups this week is the Hurricanes. They're hosting the Florida Gators, and they're there down in Coral Gables, Florida. I think the top headlines is like there's a lot of teams that are 3-0, and they're already building a strong case for making the playoffs. And I think that's good. But this week, we have Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, Texas A&M, Iowa State, and Alabama. That's 7 of the top 25 college football ranked teams on a bye, which I am surprised at this early in the season. But I think that's it's something to be think about. As far as Oregon is this week, just before we go into each game, Oregon slid 2 points down in the top 25. Texas went down. Of course, Ohio State, Penn State, and LSU still right up there. Big surprise, I think. Texas A&M moved up 6 points, 6 rankings. Oklahoma 2, Iowa State 2, Ole Miss 4, Alabama up 5, and you go on and go on. But that's the top ones. But guess which one is no longer in the top 25?
You got me.
Clemson.
Yeah, they haven't played very well.
Yeah, they haven't played well, but it's really unusual to see them not in the top 25 in the last couple of years.
100%.
So you want to go through the games, take a look at them?
Yeah, before we do that, I want to mention our sponsors, Coors Light, J.J. Taylor, also responsible for giving us the tickets today. I'll save that announcement for later. They do a lot for us, the banners, just really excited to have them on board this year. The podcast has been great. They're going to support us with this for as long as we do it, which this will be ongoing. We love doing it. Benny's been great. So, Coors Light, Molson Coors, J.J. Taylor locally here. Do business with them. They're great people.
Yeah, Coors Light. And that's my favorite beer, by the way.
Usually when we get into the games, we just start at the top-ranked games and move our way down. As Benny mentioned, Ohio State, Penn State, not playing this week.
Will not lose today.
Yeah. So
They will definitely not lose today.
right. So we'll kind of get started with number 3, LSU up against Southeast Louisiana. That's a night game. LSU heavily favored. LSU had beaten Clemson and beaten Florida. I think, as we talk about LSU, they still got to come out and get it together. The Tigers probably need to get going. They got Ole Miss looming next week. And this would look like a cupcake, and it probably is. Southeast Louisiana, another one of those small schools down there. This is a scrappy little school. I wouldn't be surprised if they came out, maybe got a touchdown or a score. Ultimately, these bigger SEC schools will wear them down. I'm going to pick LSU to cover in this down in Baton Rouge. Sean, you want to jump in here real quick?
We're going to share Mike. So
Mine says no line.
38 and a half. 38 and a half.
I think LSU will cover. You're right. Their offense really clicked. I think they will. I think they will tonight.
And I think Brian Kelly really he needs to get it going. I mean, he's had his trips around here in the college world, and I think just need to have a good showing today. We'll see what happens next week with Ole Miss. We'll be talking about that next week. In-state rivalry, Miami, man. If there's a team out there that can get better and win the whole thing, we talked a little bit about last week. One of the things that the coaches did in the recruiting for the Canes is their offense and defensive line are really, really much improved over last year. They're really dominating up front, really pressuring on defense. Beck is who he is. He's also reaping the benefits of the line there. Didn't look good for Brooks, Florida Gators. Sorry, Brooke. Gators probably don't bode well today, but now that I say it, I'll probably jinx my whole thing, and they'll upset them.
Their favorite, Miami's favorite at by 7.5 points, but I think that changed this morning. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go with Florida on this one.
Whoa!
Yeah, I think the game's going to be much closer. We watched the game last week, Katie and I, as I've been overstudying college football to my eyes, not closing crossed. But I think it's going to be pretty good. We'll see what happens. But yeah,
I see. I see Ryan and Shannon out here. Ryan, you want to give 7.5 Canes versus Gators? Who you like? Yeah, I believe you're right, Ryan. Canes roll today. Next on the list, out in the Great Pacific Northwest, the Ducks versus the Beavers. This game commonly referred to as the Civil War, except in this case, it won't be much of a war. The Beavers aren't doing too well this year. Oregon favored 35.5. Little tidbits on this game. They're honoring Nike's Phil Knight with uniforms today. I don't know what else they're doing, but he played a role up there with funding and being a part of that school up there. Coach Lanning has the Ducks. Again, it seems like every year we talk about Oregon and their run for the national championship. The pedigree coming through Oregon every year seems to, if they make a switch, they also seem to keep all the pistons firing on that engine up there. Beavers are 0-3 and not playing well. Pac-12 season doesn't look good for them at all. I want to mention Murphy with Oregon. We've kind of started to mention some of the quarterbacks as we go through here. Of course, there'll be a Heisman. A lot of talk about quarterbacks as usual. But looming for Oregon, and I think they will cover today, is Penn State. Penn State will come off their bye and catch Oregon next week. So you guys jump in here on your picks.
Yeah, they have a week to work with them. So yeah, I'm going to take Oregon. They're probably do what they did to Oklahoma State, and just put a beating on them.
I think it will. I think Oregon will be in the picture, and I think Penn State will be ready for them. And I think, not to jump ahead to the next week, but man, I look for Penn State to beat Oregon next week too. I think they'll be ready. They're playing well also. Tell us. Oh yeah, the Platypus Award.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay.
I like it already. Two good things from Ryan over there. Ryan, we'll got to schedule
that's
you
our
in as a
special-
guest next week, buddy.
Yeah, that's our special correspondent right out there, Ryan.
Sideline correspondent.
From the sidelines. Let's go to Ryan.
I like it. I like it. Number 7, Florida State draws a cupcake this week in Kent State. Not a lot to talk about here. I made some notes and I said scouting report. Kent State has no offense. Kent State has no defense. the Noles are favored by 46.5. Florida State will crank through this game. If I remember correctly on the schedule, Florida State starts conference play next week with Virginia. I don't recall that much about Virginia, but Seminoles ranked number 7. After our old coach from my alma mater, Mike Norville out of Memphis, comes in, has the Noles playing like he did 2 years ago. I look for big things for Norville. He's a big locker room guy. He's a big culture guy. A little bit similar to Napier this year. They wanted Norville ran out of Tallahassee, and I just I'm not as big as a Napier fan. I've seen what Norville can do, but I got the Noles to cover on this big line today, 46.5. What do you guys think?
I don't think they should even charge for parking to go to see this game. That's how I feel.
Florida State's going to roll.
Free hot dogs for everyone in the stadium.
That seems to be a reoccurring theme on the bad games. Benny wants to do free hot dogs. I guess we'll be doing that at Hogg Daddy's. Up next on the slate of games, another, it seems like, before we get into the game, we talked about Ohio State, Penn State having a bye. As I look back, and I probably know this, but I'm just not going to say it that way, is a lot of the bigger teams, the playoff teams, some of them get a pretty big matchup, 1 or week 2, get a couple of cupcakes, and then they take a bye to get ready for the rest of the season. And I'm sure they kind of make it that way to help with injuries, to get the coaching staff back together, see what their weaknesses are, but that seems to be a common theme.
I mean, I think in the NFL, I think the first bye is next week. If I'm not mistaken, or I may be mistaken on that. But I just feel that I look at it like these teams are on a roll. It's week 4. Now let's at least go 2 more games. But again, because you want to keep the players healthy, of course. But I think it's kind of early to see. That's my thought.
A lot of teams get 2 byes this week. Penn State has another bye at the end of October, right before they play Penn State. Thank you very much. So yeah, a lot of teams get 2 byes because the season's been extended.
Oh yeah. Well, especially that makes more sense for coaches to do that with the playoff scenario now.
You said
That's pretty interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, you were mentioning before we went on the air that Illinois surprised you, right?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, but I think they're going to be more surprising every time I start reading about it. They're just playing well. Today will be a test. I think Sean said when he walked in the door, I mentioned the game to him. He goes, "Yeah, Jeff, that's Illinois and Indiana." So,
Typically not.
Ryan, you want to? We're not there for that game yet. You want to comment on the Illinois Indiana game? They're both ranked. Illinois all the way up till 9. I don't think they've been in the top 10 in 25 years. But any comments on the Fighting Illini, the Hoosiers? Indiana favored at home, 6.5. They Indiana's defense, both quarterbacks are great. Like Ryan said, I was just jumping in here real quick to see if there was an update on the injury. I don't see it, but this is definitely a backyard brawl. Both quarterbacks pretty close in stats, it looks like to me. I think this game, just because of who they are, will have a big bearing on absolutely for the conference championship. But let's face it, Illinois is ranked number 9. They win today. They are in the picture, whether we think they're good or not. Altmaier has the Indiana defense really getting after it. I kind of skipped ahead here, but I'm going to take, with or without the quarterback, I'm going to take Illinois with the upset today.
Oh, I think Illinois will. I think they're probably going to be the tougher team today. I think they're going to win the game at Indiana.
Very nice. Benny, you want to get yours in here on the Illinois-Indiana?
I'm going to go with Illinois. I think Illinois is going to surprise people. Like you said, it's the first time they got some momentum going behind them. So I'm going to stick with Illinois in this one.
Well, there you have it, sports fans.
Clean sweep means Indiana will win.
Yeah.
Ryan, Illinois, Indiana. All right, clean sweep. Let's say that was a social here, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, thank you.
Number 8, Texas. Sticking with the theme of cupcakes. They get Sam Houston tonight. Texas favored by 39.5. The big story on all the networks is what's wrong with Manning? It seems to be, we've been saying that since week 1. Even though that wasn't a terrible loss, I don't think, at Ohio State. Hard to go in there. So I think the kid's still got plenty. Is he the gunslinger that we think he is? Texas offensive statistics don't really show it yet. Go ahead.
No. Texas is favored 39.5 points. I think that actually went up earlier because I printed these last night. Hey, look, I still think that. I mean, I get nervous watching him sometimes. Like, again, the amount of pressure that's on him. I think last week, quite a number of the fans were booing him, and he's got a thing to live up, a name to live up to. However, he's going to have to learn how to overcome that, and it's going to take some while. It's going to take some practice, and I hope as the season goes on, it becomes less on him and more on the team. And then we'll see where he goes from there. But I think it's a lot of pressure on him right now.
Before you jump in here, Sean, a couple of things. I wrote this, so I definitely want to talk about it. Sam Houston ranks last in literally everything, including cheerleading.
All right. Well, then you got to pick Texas.
I mean, even my jokes never work week to week. I mean, I don't know what to do.
We need this. We need to.
Mike, can you work on something for my jokes? I'm really looking bad. I try to be funny like Benny, and when I say a joke,
we need a laugh.
It's
Mike, we need a laugh
awkward
track.
silence in the entire restaurant. Everybody's like,
Silence in the restaurant. The people just walked out of the restaurant next door.
same thing. I just want to say, Texas has got to get it going. I mean, Oklahoma, Georgia, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Kentucky on their schedule. So this is kind of they don't have a lot of time to get it going. But I'm just always going to fall back on the Manning legacy. The kid's got pedigree. Certainly, I hope he kills it. Next up will be number 11, Oklahoma, and number 22, Auburn. Vinny, I didn't get the line on this. Oh, yeah, I got it. Oklahoma, 6.5 at home. I talked about Oregon. No, I talked about Auburn last week. Jackson Arnold, of course, is the quarterback for Auburn. He transferred out of Oklahoma, so nobody's going to know his weaknesses better than Oklahoma today. But Auburn is another team that has quietly, similar to Arkansas, they're playing well, they're executing. Um, Venables will do everything he can to shake up, Auburn's offense with Arnold. He knows them. They got history. Um, and we talked about the Sooner quarterback, the freshman Blaylock, who played pretty good. And I'm sorry, the running back Blaylock has been on fire. Um, I look for the Sooners to wear Auburn down. Um, just one of those games. I think it's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to take Sooners at home 6.5.
Yeah, I think Oklahoma's playing some of the best ball right now, and their quarterback, if you pulled Heisman today, he'd probably be the front runner.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well. Tough kid, likes to run the ball, so I'm going with Oklahoma on this one.
Benny?
Same here. I think yeah, it's kind of funny how we're doing this, huh?
You hear me?
Yeah, no, I think Oklahoma's been on a roll, and I think sometimes they start out a little slower than but their record, good record right now, and I'm going to take them over Auburn, definitely.
Ryan, you wanna give us a pick on the Oklahoma Auburn game? All right.
Thanks to another team.
All right.
One of the odds just changed.
A lot of input. For the millions watching, we just swayed the whole line. Want to jump in here, Benny? We usually at this time we do a little bit of not many in here, but I still want to do it. Let's give away
Okay.
we'll do a bucket of beer for now or later with the trivia.
All right.
What do you got?
All right, everyone, please pay attention. No cheating, no looking at your phones. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go with. Okay. What was the quarterback of the 2005 USC Trojans that lost to Texas in the Bowl Championship Series?
2005 Trojans.
Probably up here on the screen. Just pay attention.
Yeah.
I think I can't remember his last.
Liner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the answer. What'd you say?
Matt Liner.
That is correct.
All right.
That's correct. It was Matt Liner. So we're going to try one more, then we'll go back into it again. What school has produced the most Heisman Trophy winners?
I know this one too.
You want a shot at it, Ryan? I'd say Alabama.
Notre Dame.
Oh.
The winner, Ryan, USC. Actually,
Bucket of beer. You can pick it up later.
yeah, and that's
Yeah, we're real flexible. We're real flexible with our prizes here for the thousands in attendance.
well, my chief research person, Mr. Chat GPT, did not give me the actual number of that they won,
Be 9 or 10.
but they didn't say. But I will tell you, they tied closely with Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Oklahoma. So I'll try to find that in a little bit.
Real quick, man, we started this podcast. We opened up this nice big sports bar. We thought it would be great to do it. Benny's been fantastic. A couple of quick things. We have a big game menu this year. We're bringing kind of a barbecue platter back for all the big games. Of course, our bucket and wing specials. We run bucket specials for every big game here. Excited about it. And just another little quick food thing. We've been chatting about pizza for about 3 weeks. I believe that by Friday, we will be selling pizza.
Wow.
Wow. So we're going to do one more round of testing, and we believe we've invented it, of course, which we're probably lying. But the Pizzarito, I'm excited for some of our regulars to try. It's kind of a handheld burrito-looking pizza thing. We put a Cuban in it for one of them with some extra cheese stuff, and then we have an Italian Pizzarito. We'll be doing specials by the slice and suds, probably for $8, and pints and pizzaritas, probably for $9. So
Yeah, I hope. I tasted. Matter of fact, gained 5 pounds from your tasting. Every time I turn around and I come in here, the wonderful Jeff and the cook, they bring us over pizza. When I say not one slice, it's like 4 different types. It's delicious, and I'm looking forward to it. And we always look at the menu when we've been coming in lately and seeing what's on there yet. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. We'll also, by next Friday, we'll be launching Hog Daddy's new menu. We do it right before every football season. We've been running a little bit behind this fall. So pizza menu, new menu for Hog Daddies, and we'll stick with that through the year. But thanks, everyone, for all your feedback.
Yeah, I just want to ask you because I heard a rumor. I'm very appreciative that you're going to name a menu item after me, and I think that's terrific. And I think it's a hot dog. You're
It's
calling it
100% a hot dog, Benny dog.
it's a Benny dog,
Benny Wiener.
Benny Wiener, and I'm really proud to be the face next to that. Got the Wiener, yeah. So I really appreciate everyone in the Hog Daddy management who really thought of me, my name being put on a nice wiener.
It is all beef.
All beef.
Yeah.
Can't mention that one too loud. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. All right. I mean, this is the #1 show in America. So moving on to the Benny.
Yeah.
The weather.
Oh.
Or do we do that after the
No, I'll talk
Let's
about
get
the
a quick-
weather.
We want to get a quick weather report.
Sunny.
Yeah, Dr. Enrico Palazzo, all of you know him. I was the Queen many years. He's our weather guy, and he's been out there along with Dr. Domenico Potts, who's retired, used to work on Ronnie Dangerfield. And the weather right now is it's beautiful, it's sunny. It's going to be 91 today. Or we hit our average for this month is 90, and then next month we go down to 89. So you can see there's a chill in the air. Be a nice boating day, no waves. The parking on Gulfview here, we're getting blamed for it because people stop constantly and wave at us and ask us, to come out and shake their hands, and we can't do it. We're doing a show live. But I'd say the traffic is pretty good right now, and the weather's going to be exceptional today.
Incredible crowd. We thank you for your participation. Moving on to the game. Oh, man. Up next, number 13, at Tulane. The boys heading down to New Orleans for the weekend. Let's hope they aren't hungover today. Ole Miss always kind of reminds me of Tennessee a little bit. They always kind of lose a game early in the season. But Kiffin got matured a little bit. Got his boys playing down there. The big news is Austin Simmons for the Rebels also may not play today. Chambliss the backup. Lane Kiffin gives him a lot of accolades. They like that kid as a backup. Kiffin recently this morning saying that Simmons may play, but the Rebels 11.5-point favorite. And just double check that game. Are they at Tulane or are they
At Tulane.
Okay. So it's at Oxford. Okay, so the Grove will be rocking. I got that wrong. It'll be number 2 for today. Number 3, I'll step off the mic. The Grove, if you've never been, is a great place to party and get ready for a game. I've been there many times, I grew up not far from there. So Rebels, 11.5-point favorite at home, Vaughn Hemingway Stadium. Go ahead, Sean. What do you think?
Yeah, Ole Miss, I think will cover. Beat them up.
Ryan, you want to jump in there? Very nice. I want to take the Rebels on that one. Benny, you want in on this one?
It's in Oxford, right? Yeah. I'm going to go with Ole Miss. I don't think there's a chance for this game, and we'll see. We'll see where it happens, but I just don't see Ole Miss losing this game.
All right. Number 15, Tennessee versus UAB. Tennessee favored by 37.5 at home versus UAB. I believe if they had won last week, and I know ifs and buts don't count that much, but man, if they had to beat the Dogs, Tennessee, I think is playing well, very balanced. Had a real opportunity to win that game. I think they mop up UAB. Today, Joey Aguilar, the quarterback's playing great. Neyland Stadium, if you've never been there, I always love to mention this when we're doing the podcast. It's starting to be fall up in Neyland Stadium. Along the Hilton River runs right beside the stadium there. Volunteer Landing will be filled with all the volunteer boats. Calhoun's, the restaurant, will have the ribs and barbecue going. It really is a true one-of-a-kind football venue. So I'm going to take Tennessee to blow these guys out today. Sean, what do you think, bud?
I like that all the information you make up sounds really real. So
I'm good at it.
the boats, yeah, that is a cool stadium. I don't know. Tennessee might, losing that game last week, it was overtime. Hopefully they don't have a hangover from it, but I think it'll be closer. They'll win it, but I think it'll be closer than.
Okay.
Big loss last week. We watched that game, and they should have won that game. And I'm going to say there's two ways to go here. Either one, they just rebound, or two, they just have that stale taste in their mouth, and it may be hard to shake. But I'm still going to go with Tennessee.
Ryan,
Switzerland.
37.5, Tennessee. Understood. Yeah. Another interesting tidbit. Maybe this is made up, Sean. I'm not sure. I just want to point that out. But as I'm sitting here thinking about back home, my mouth started watering a little bit thinking about, have you ever had that old smoky apple pie moonshine?
The only moonshine I had burnt the shit out of my throat.
Yeah.
It did not taste like apple. So,
Yeah.
but I know it's all flavored now, right?
They got a bunch of different stuff. Yeah. Even the homemade moonshine was flavored. It was just harsh. I mean,
flavored like alcohol.
Allegedly. Wait a minute. Okay, I'll be talking.
Or he saw it on TV. One of the two.
Ryan, business meeting after the podcast, please.
Can you join us next week around 10 o'clock before the show starts?
I'm going to need it to get through this anyway.
Yeah. 10 on Tuesday, exactly.
Moving on. Number 16, Utah. At number 17, Texas Tech. Wait a minute, do I have that wrong again? Man, this is my third mistake today. Utah don't seem to be ranked. No, they're not.
No, they're ranked. Oh, no.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're number 16.
At least I caught my own mistake.
No, they are number 16.
16.
They are ranked.
That's why they're listed.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Okay. Maybe I was thinking of Utah State from last week or something. I don't know. Okay, hey. Well, Katie forgot her phone, so I can't check in with her for research like I normally can. So I've just got to fall on the sword up here today.
Katie left her phone at home.
She's my source when I don't know what I'm talking about, which is all the time.
She's
Thank
got
you,
nothing,
Sean.
but she's doing that. I can't. I left my phone at home walk, which paces back and forth. So we'll be off the air soon.
I do have a little bit of breaking news. The legendary Clearwater Beach, Barry the contractor in the house. Now we have a hard hat zone over there. Let's go, baby. You get everything going on at Hogg Daddy's, okay? We'll be giving out hard hats here in about 15 minutes when that garage door flies across the top.
Daddy's.
All right, back to the games. Thank you for the thousands in attendance. Utah quarterback Dan Pierre will get his biggest test today. He's going to start for Utah. Texas Tech, much talked about quarterback Morton, came out with Manning. They were the two top quarterbacks in Texas. Of course, Morton is well traveled. Utah does have a decent passing defense. These guys are highlighting John Daly, the defensive end. Look for some disruptions early. Both undefeated teams. I'm going to take Tech with Morton stepping it up today, I'm going to take Tech 3.5 over the Utes. Go ahead, Sean.
I think Utah at home. I think that's I think they're gonna to win the game. That's a pick 'em 3.5 at home. That's a pick 'em. I'm gonna go with Utah.
Benny.
Go with Texas Tech, 3.5.
We didn't jinx them this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome,
Okay.
Utah.
You're welcome, Utah.
Or Texas Tech.
Number 18, Georgia Tech versus Temple. 4:30 game. Tech a 24.5 favorite over the mighty Owls.
It's a no-dose cup of coffee type of.
You know, if I recall, I had some research right here. Temple's been a little bit scrappy this year. They don't have much, I don't think, for Tech. But I think Tech's kind of drunk right now. They've kind of had a serious opening. They've won some games nobody thought they would. They're in the rankings. I look for Tech to win today, but I'm going to take Temple
Points.
and the points, 24.5. Sean?
No, Benny, you go first.
Benny the Wiener up next.
I'll be
Benny's Wiener. Wait, this
I'm never
this
going to
segment sponsored by Benny's Wiener.
Yeah. Which is on the menu, please. I can't believe I'm the one that came up with that joke. I'm going to have to live with it for a long time. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech. I think the spread is huge. I think they're a scrappy team. Got to go with them.
yeah. It's Benny, comma. I'm going with Georgia Tech. I think they're again playing some of the best ball so far this year. I think they'll control the ball and cover the spread.
There you
Back at it.
go. Number 20, Vanderbilt. Man, look at that Vanderbilt. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Vanderbilt's the biggest headache for SEC. Baseball, which they're incredible at, football, basketball. Just when you think a bunch of smart white guys, please, no hate mail, are just everybody's thorn in the side in the SEC. You got to come prepared to play. Vanderbilt comes into the rankings at number 20, playing Georgia State. I don't know much about Georgia State other than they do have Finley, the Middle Tennessee State quarterback, who transferred into Georgia State. I don't know why he left, but he's been playing pretty good, has some pretty good stats. Coach Lee at Vanderbilt, man, he definitely doesn't overlook this game. They'll be ready to go today. They need a win here. They have a tough SEC schedule. I'm going to take the points on this one. I'm going to take Vanderbilt to win going away at 28.5.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Georgia State on this one. I know it sounds crazy with the spread, but I'm going to go with Georgia.
Sean?
Yeah, I'm going to do a lead course, so not so fast.
There you go.
Yeah, let's go with Vanderbilt. I'll just call you Benny the Jet. That's a better one from him.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were going to have a wiener theme today. But
I know.
All right.
That'll be the password on trivia.
Yeah.
That'll be the free answer too.
Free answer to trivia.
I'll talk to Aaron about that. Thank you very much. Number 21, Michigan at Nebraska. Michigan rolls into Nebraska. Cornhuskers coach Matt Rule will be chasing their first win over a ranked opponent in 3 years. Coach for Big Blue, Shireen, is suspended for this game. We've talked a couple of times about Underwood, especially I believe it was Oklahoma State. We picked, they were ranked higher than Oklahoma State. Went in there, Oklahoma,
Right.
and
He got shut down.
yeah, he did. But I think that I like this kid, man. I got to watch some of his highlights this morning, and I think he's settling in nicely. I don't have the line on this game. Can you see it?
No, I don't.
I think
as of
it's
last
small.
night,
It's like
it was
3, 4.
as of last.
Probably a pick 'em.
It's probably a big
Yeah. Nebraska also has a very good quarterback today. They are playing. They'll be home. They're defending their own turf. I got it right here. Big Blue favored on the road by 1.5 points.
That's close. That's close.
Today, I'm going to take Michigan. It's an early Big Ten. Important win. I'm taking Michigan on this one, boys. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with Michigan. I know they're playing Nebraska at home. I just think Michigan right now is a great momentum, and I got to keep that strong. Again, it's early in the season, but I think they just come out and they just start going.
As a Buckeye fan would say, we have two favorite teams, Ohio State and whoever's playing Michigan. So for that, I think Nebraska's playing some good ball, and if they're gonna get Michigan, it's gonna be this year. So I'm going with Michigan or Nebraska. What the hell did I say?
Sean going with the Cornhuskers. Ryan, we're going to ask you to weigh in on this game. I think it's one of the bigger games of the day. Number 21, Michigan, going into Cornhusker territory, favored by a point and a half. What say you? Yeah. All right, there you have it, sports fans.
Right. Or eat corn. Or pick corn.
Don't they? Isn't it? It's the Platte River, right? It's a big recreational deal over there, tubing and.
Did you make that one up too? Yeah. All right.
Listen here.
It's the
I
Husker
know a
River.
little bit about a lot. I'm just dangerous
Gotcha.
enough.
Jeff GPT.
That's it, buddy. And on the main stage, Brooke. Oh, no, wrong time of night. I'm sorry. Speaking with the sticking to the Wiener theme, number 23 Missouri goes into the South Carolina playing the Gamecock. Every one of my jokes, awkward silence. I mean, that is the fourth one today. Oh man, this is the number one podcast on Clearwater Beach because it is the only podcast on Clearwater.
Now, today,
I love it, man. I love it, man. I love it. What's the views like? About 1 million right now, Mike. Thank you so much, Mike, our producer.
yeah, we start to be. I think we're gonna. If I'm not mistaken, we are going nationwide, maybe. So
Yeah.
we are nationwide now, actually.
That's right. That's right.
But we will be branching into Europe in a couple. Oh, there you go.
Dave Goff out there. We thank you for following. I know hey, you lay the wood on Michigan today, man. Come in and see me. Oh man, that's gonna go over like a concrete block. As we mentioned last week, 3-0 Missouri, the Tigers have been quietly doing their thing. They have to. They're SEC. Missouri, 4th in offense, 5th in rushing, 8th in scoring. Defense is 5th. 5th against the pass are 9.5-point favorites against the Gamecocks. I don't think the Gamecocks have much hope in this game. They are an SEC team. We try to give them a little bit of respect here, but the Tiger quarterback is playing great. Hardy, the running back from Missouri, is grinding. This team is just – we'll see today. If this thing's a blowout, I think Missouri makes some noise in the SEC. We got to give a Gamecock quarterback Sellers a little shout-out. He's trying, playing well, but I look for Missouri to win big here, kind of a statement game in the SEC. I'm going to take the Tigers 9.5-point favorites.
So Missouri plays the Tiger River. I just looked that up or made it up. One of the two. I'm going to go with Missouri. I think they're playing good ball and want to make a statement against South Carolina.
I'm going to go with Missouri. It's interesting here because I do these notes throughout the week, and it was actually 13.5. Missouri was favored. Then yesterday, 10.5 to 13.5. And now it's 9.5. So apparently they're seeing something. Wow. Whether it's at practice, but that's a big drop. 3 points like that.
You do notes. You also do Jeff's jokes.
I do.
Write Jeff jokes. Maybe you need
I
to
will.
do
I will be.
Yeah. Now from now on.
I will be.
This obviously means I need to do more research on my comedy, the comedy
Comedy's fine.
section of my podcast.
That's why we get all the promo stuff out of the way before they tune out. So,
Wow.
oh, okay, that'll
Thank you,
make
Ryan.
sense then.
See, even our fans are making up
Um,
information. Yeah. So,
Well, it's funny because
But I'll tell you this, it sounds
it
good.
sounds good. How his
Yeah.
he's on it.
I'll tell you, when you listen to the NFL injury reports, they have released them. They talk about it all week long, and thing like that. I haven't heard that, so it's something but that's got to be the reason it dropped.
Go Bulls. All right.
Let's go Bulls.
Anyway, hey, okay. What are the last two games here? I've been waiting to pick this game. I happened last week to be at, gosh, I can't remember the name of the stadium, but I went to West Lafayette and I watched Purdue play, so I'm excited to give my analysis and pick on this game. Notre Dame ranked number 24 in South Bend, and I can't believe I'm going to be able to give this firsthand account on what my eyes saw at Purdue. Here we go. Purdue coaching, bad. Purdue offense, bad. Purdue defense, bad. Purdue special teams, bad. Purdue cheerleaders.
Well,
Our sweet, super nice. I drank a lot of beer and was hungover for 2 days. I'll take the Irish 24 point favorites.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with the Irish. I appreciate that analysis. That was good. That was really good.
But they won when you were up there, right?
That's true.
Purdue
Yes,
won?
they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
So Notre Dame, the best non-winning team in the top 25. They haven't won a game. Played some tough games. So, I think they're going
Wins
to shellac.
bad.
I think they're going to shellac Purdue today.
There you go. Last game on the slate. I did not get the line on this. Benny, can you help me? Number 20.
Hold on,
Number 25 USC versus Michigan State.
18 and a half.
I'm going to go green here. I'm going to take Michigan State. Y'all got anything on this game?
I'm going to stick with USC. I think they're the stronger team. They're playing, in Michigan State. That'll fix something, but I'm going to go with USC.
Sean?
Yeah,
I mean, Michigan State's 3-0.
I know. Their quarterback beats. Yeah, I think he's very talented. I think he's been up and down. If he has a great game today, they're going to dig in there. But I'm going to go with USC.
Ryan, last game.
Okay.
Michigan State 24.5 versus number 25 USC.
Oh, it's 24 and a half?
Wait a minute. Let me back
Yeah,
up.
let's check the line. 18 and a half.
Stand by one moment.
No, I got to check.
Hang on one second. I can't.
It's an early game, I think. Yeah, 18 and a half.
Yeah, it's 18 and a half. I just
18 and a
checked
half
it.
point
Yeah.
spread. You taking the Trojans? All
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm the only one that took go green there.
Well, we didn't jinx it.
Huh. Well, we got some. I know we got a few minutes left here. I just want to talk a little bit about the NFL tomorrow. There's some good games. Obviously, I think the Bengals at Vikings game. That was going to be a good game. Now we don't know what's going to happen there. I think one of the bigger games people are talking about is the Steelers at Patriots, and I think that's going to be an interesting game. Having Aaron going to New England, and New England trying to they won, but they need to keep just going. And we already talked about the Jets and the Bucks. So we'll get,
JETS.
thank you.
That'll be the only cheer that they get for tomorrow. So, yeah. Well,
Yeah. The Raiders
Oh,
at.
God, I just got sick. Eagles and Jets, man.
Oh,
The lock. I just have one comment for tomorrow's NFL games. The lock of the millennium. The America's team Cowboys destroy the Bears on the road. Anything else? You want, Vinny? You want to give something away? We got a few more people in here. A trivia? Are we gonna? Is this a wrap? You want to do a trivia, or we want to wrap it up here?
we could try trivia. Let's get to that. I think we may have to go to a wrap. I think I lost.
Listen,
I did.
we want to thank everybody for coming out today. This has been super fun. We do this every Saturday, 11 a.m. The Boss Hogg and Benny podcast. Please give our producer Mike a quick hand, please.
Yeah, Mike. Thank you.
We want to thank the show sponsored by Benny's Wiener today. It was certainly not. It was surprising, but it went over well.
Yeah. Let me just say one more thing, please. I know this is going to happen. That was a joke. He's not naming a hot dog with any wiener in the new menu. So
as a side note, every time I say I need Katie to calm down just a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sean, always spectacular to have you invited anytime. We want to thank Ryan out there for his input. You're more than welcome anytime to jump in here. We got some great customers here at Hog Daddy's. Hog Daddy's has live music Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We watch the games all weekend. We have 3 different areas where you can request the volume for your game. The cantina in the back is also available for private parties up to 80. Lunch specials all week. Just really been an incredible summer rolling into the fall here with football. We just want to thank everybody coming out. Any last words from you guys?
No, I just want to thank everyone for coming out. And again, thank you, Ryan, for doing that. And Sean, always, thank you. I promise Mike is going to figure out how to fix the mic so we don't knock him.
It's funny that mine has no volume.
Yeah.
It's, if you're in trouble as a Jet fan, you need to hold the shirt up right, show the logo.
Yeah, I know. It's just thank you. Yeah.
And let's give Barry the contractor another shout out for getting the garage door up here. Let's go, Barry. Thank you very much, son. I like it. That's a wrap. Thank you for Boss Hogg and Benny's show. Please enjoy the rest of your day. We got all the games. Here we go.
Thanks, Mom.